So yeah, Justin, thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it. Congratulations on being named Pro Bowl Offensive MVP. Just, what was that experience like for you playing in your first Pro Bowl, and being back out in Las Vegas?
I think it was a great honor, to be playing alongside some of the greatest football players this game has to offer, and just seeing all the competitors and how they work. Sharing that field with them was really cool. It might have been a little bit of a slower game than I'm used to, but was still pretty fun all the same.
I was going to say, it seems a lot of people have differing opinions about the Pro Bowl. What were your thoughts about that? I know you said it's a little slower, but is it a good thing, bad thing? Like any changes they need to make? Anything?
I thought it was a really cool experience. I think the tough part about the Pro Bowl is that everyone wants to be playing in the Super Bowl, and all the guys that are playing in the Pro Bowl, their season's over, and so it's kind of a tough, question to answer of whether you keep working and you keep playing this game or whether you get ready for the off season. And I think a lot of the guys, because of it's such a long season, guys are kind of ready to go into the off season, and at the same time, you want to be healthy. You want to make sure everyone gets through that game safely.
Yeah, definitely. I hate to bring it up, but I'm sure you got a thousand questions of it. Being back in Vegas, the site where you guys came, so short to making the playoffs. Looking back on your year, 9-8 with the team. Obviously, you made the Pro Bowl. A lot of your teammates did as well. Just, do you use that game as motivation heading into year three here? Like, kind of, what's the mentality heading into the offseason?
I think that's a great question. And you bring up a good point of heading into the offseason with that motivation of knowing that we are so close, but yet we've still got so much more room for improvement and so many places that we could get better at. And, I felt like we took a big step forward, but at the same time, it wasn't enough. And only one team's going to be happy at the end, and that's going to be the Super Bowl winner. And it's not going to be us this year, but I know that we've got the team, the staff to be able to put ourselves for a chance. And so all we have to do is we have to keep getting better, have a good off season, and get ready for work.
And I talk about motivation. I'm sure you're seeing it in LA as the city gears up for the Super Bowl, and the Chargers roommates, I guess, if you will. The Rams are going to be playing there at SoFi, for the Super Bowl. Like, what's that excitement and hoopla been around the city, and how much does it motivate you? Does it aggravate you? Kind of seeing that, hey, I want us to be there instead of those guys, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great opportunity for the city. Los Angeles has given us so much support over the past couple of years, and especially we felt it this year of all the fans showing up and showing their support for us and for the Rams as well. And I think it's been such a great community that I'm glad that they're getting a chance to host a Super Bowl, and especially have a team that's playing in it.
Yeah, it's funny that NFL went, however many years without a team playing at home in the Super Bowl, and then the Bucks did last year, and then obviously the Rams this year. So
Twice in a
it's
row.
crazy how that works, right? We talked about the offseason a little bit here. With the Pro Bowl behind you, what are the goals for you heading into this offseason? Personally, as a team, to get over that hump and, like you said, get into the playoffs and then ultimately, hopefully, the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think personally, one of the great things about heading into year two of this offense is heading into year two of this offense and having the same offense and having the same coaches and knowing, this is what to expect. We've got an entire year of film ready to go and ready to be watched at any moment. And, if we can continue working the ins and outs of our offense, especially with the guys that we have on the outside, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, all those guys who have made big plays all year. I think if you can continue to work with them, I think we can do a lot of good things.
Yeah, a lot of offensive weapons for you. I'm sure you're very excited, with all those guys lining up with you. On the business side of things, looking into the off season, just, what do you have coming down the line? What are some things maybe you're interested in? And obviously, you have a partnership here with DrSquatch. So talk about, that and why it makes sense for you to work with those guys and those guys to work with you.
Yeah, well, I'm actually really excited to announce that partnership with DrSquatch of, those natural products that are high performance and have done such a great job for me, especially this past year. And, they're natural products that work well. They don't have any of the harsh chemicals, no synthetic products. And they've done a great job of providing me and the offensive line with products, and whether that's deodorant, bars of soap, shampoos, whatever it is, we've got it. And after any lift, after any practice, that's the stuff that we go to.
Smell good, play good, right?
Exactly.
Or at least you saw good. Who knows what happens in the game. How important is it for athletes to expand their brand, business influence, however you want to call it, off the field, especially for a player like you at such a young age? I've talked to so many athletes and they say, oh, I wish I did this when I first came in the league. And, you got a couple years under your belt. So just talk about that importance for you as you
Yeah, I
continue
think
your playing career.
I
So,
think it's always a great opportunity for brands and for players to work together, because you can have these relationships that benefit both parties. And I think it has to be real, it has to be genuine, and I think that's why this relationship with DrSquatch has worked so well, is because it's real, and I used it all year. And I've talked about my favorite scents of. I think it's pine tar, birchwood breeze, because it reminds me of football, because I had it during the year, and whenever I smell it, that's what it takes me back to. And it was really easy for me to hop on board because I love the product, and it made sense to me. And at the same time, we're both helping each other out. So I think it's been great so far.
you a superstitious player at all? Like, would you change your scent heading into next year, being like, okay, we came just short of the playoffs, maybe I need to go to a different one or something and bring us some different luck?
That's a good question. I haven't really thought about that, but I think that's something I have to address this offseason.
Yeah, right. That's the big decision, right? It's not
Yeah.
preparation, anything else. It's what am I going to smell like heading into next year? So, before I let you go, just any Super Bowl predictions, any thoughts on the big matchup here coming up this weekend?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think it's going to be a great game regardless. I don't know if I could pick one team or the other. We got the chance to play Cincinnati, and they're an awfully good team, and they've got a lot of talent. And at the same time, the Rams have a great defense and a great offense. So whatever happens, and I'm just excited to watch the game.